Okay, you guys, so this is 2 whole fresh potatoes that I peeled and diced up, and I'm about to boil them until they're completely mushy. So maybe about 20 minutes. They should be completely, once they come to a boil, where I can mash them for my sweet potato pies. I'm thinking this is gonna make one deep dish sweet potato pie, but it may make 2. We're gonna see after I put all the ingredients in. But you want to start out by dicing your potatoes and putting a little bit of sea salt in your water, bringing them to a boil, and then turn them down once they go to a boil until I would say I'm on an electric stove, so I would say put them on about 4. Until they're completely mushy. You want to be able to take a fork and go straight through the potato. You don't want it to be al dente or anything like that, because you are making a sweet potato pie. Not as if you were going to be making like a candied yams or something like that, where you still want a few chunks in there. So let's let these boil, and we'll come back and get them mixed up for the pie. Okay, y'all. So now we are going to start the sweet potatoes that I peeled, and they were boiling. So there they are, voila. Of course, you have to drain all the water and everything off of them. Looks like I see a little bit of water. Hold on, let me get that off. Cool. So it's just a little bit. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and start mashing. Because remember, they cannot be al dente, not for sweet potato pies. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough to fill both shells, but we will see once I put all the ingredients and everything. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put a stick of butter. Because sweet potato pies are just known for being really rich, right? And savory. Great comfort food, great dessert, old school dessert. All right, let's get all that. We're just going to keep mushing till the butter is fully melted, or mashing, or whatever you guys want to call it. We just want to make sure that we got everything pretty much kind of mushed together. So I'm going to go ahead and add some allspice. All right. So we're going to hit it with allspice. Can be kind of over the top a little bit, so I would say maybe a half a tablespoon for those of y'all that measure. And then we're gonna do some ground cinnamon, just a little bit, not too much. And I'm gonna do ginger, okay? I'm gonna do just a little bit of ginger as well. Definitely gonna do the rest of the brown sugar I had left over from my ham. And so that's probably only about, if I had to gauge it for you guys, it's probably only about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, so we're gonna get all this mixed up together. We're not done yet. I didn't want to put my egg in here right quick, because you don't want your egg to scramble while you're doing all this. So you want to mix everything else up first. Get everything nice and mashed. And I'm gonna grab an egg. Be right back. And we're also just gonna put a smidgen of milk. Just a little. When I say smidgen, that basically just means maybe 2 tablespoons, not too much. You don't need to do too much with the milk. Okay? Alright, and we're gonna crack an egg. It should be cool enough where it's not gonna, you just don't want your egg to scramble. So now we're gonna go ahead and continue to mix everything up. More. You actually can do this now. We're just mixing everything up. This smells so good. I wish I could smell it. It smells really good. I don't know if it's gonna make 2 pies, but hey, we're gonna see. I don't need 2 pies, but it still may make 2 pies. So let's see here. keep mashing. This smells really, really, really good. I'm just gonna taste it just a little bit just to make sure. And y'all know when y'all tasting food, do not put that spoon back in there that you ate off of. It needs some more sugar. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of regular sugar. But we ain't gonna go overboard. We just gonna do, that's probably about a tablespoon and a half. That's how we're gonna do. Okay. And I almost say, I almost wanna do just a little bit more allspice. And y'all don't be scared to taste y'all food when you cooking to make sure that you got the right flavor that you want for you. I'm giving you the basic knowledge of how to do a sweet potato pie from scratch, but you can always, if you taste it and you're like, I need to add some more. And I think that right there hit it on the spot. So, now what we're gonna do, so I have just 2 pre-made pie shells that I baked in the oven. They still look light. You don't want to bake them fully because then when you go to cut into your pie, it's gonna fall apart. So you bake them just enough so that the crust is still a little flaky on the inside, but not too much, right? Because if you bake it fully to the point where it's dark and all that, then it's gonna fall apart. Then you're gonna be pissed. Okay, so let's see how far this goes. I think we can get 2 pies out of this. Let's see what happens. Let me get another spoon. But I'm gonna gauge it. We're gonna see how far this goes. Now, keep in mind too, these are deep dish pie shells. So I think we can get 2 out here. I really believe we're gonna go for 2. Because I think if I put way too much more in the other one, then it's gonna overflow and all that. And we don't need all that. Yeah, so 2 sweet potatoes, 2 not even large sweet potatoes. They were just a good size sweet potatoes. Brought me to this right here, to 2 deep dish sweet potato pies. So just with adding your ingredients and all that, that brought me to 2 deep dish sweet potato pies, right? So now these are gonna have to go in the oven, and I'm gonna bake these for probably about 30 minutes because you still gotta cook your filling. Remember, we added the milk and the raw egg and all that, so it still has to bake. Okay, I'm not gonna be putting whipped cream and all that, but y'all can add whipped cream on top of your sweet potato pies and whatnot. So let's see. After they're baked, but you better have people that's gonna eat it, because if you put it in the refrigerator, it's gonna melt everywhere in the pie. Y'all see that? So now we're gonna put both of these in the oven. Okay, so they're gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna put them on 350 probably for, I'll check them after 20 minutes and see if I feel like the texture is good enough, because right now the texture is not thick enough for it to be a pie. That's the whole purpose in baking. All right, you guys, so I'll be back and we'll check it out. Okay, you guys, look, check it out. The sweet potato pie is out of the oven. Yummy, yummy. So I'm gonna let it cool for a minute. You guys know I cooked 2, but here we go. Hope y'all can see that. It's really good.